Hello everybody and welcome to Astra Lost in Space, episode 12. I tried to keep a smile off my face and I couldn't. Episode 12, anime review. I've said it a few times before, but I almost didn't watch this show. I'm a fool. I'm a fool to almost not watch this show. This show's good. It's my favourite thing of the season. I've been on the verge of it for basically the whole season, but I've decided this week for the finale. Yeah, okay, it's my favourite thing this season. Which is weird because I don't watch a lot of sci-fi anime. Maybe that's why. Maybe if I do little bits, then when I do watch them, they'll be good. That's not necessarily how it works, but this was good. But anyway, yeah, how this is going to work. Double length episode, by the way, for the finale, which wasn't. I was kind of expecting. I just got a gut feeling it was going to be double length, and it was, and that's good because fleshed everything out. It's late again. Funimation was late. I actually checked their Twitter this time, so thank you to that person who told me to check their Twitter. I did this time. But yeah, it's still late, which means it's late now, and I'm tired. It's 10 p.m. for me, my time. So, But anyway, how this is going to work? We're going to go through the episode itself, and then after we do that, we're going to talk about the series as a whole. So this might be quite long. We might be in here for the long haul. But if you'll join me for this adventure, it'll be pretty fun. See, I worked it into the show because adventure. That's what this has been. Anyway, let's get on with the episode. Episode begins. They're back on the ship. Kanata's been healed. He's not in any imminent danger. Let's go with that. Shas is like, hey, I want to go with the police because I'm a bad guy too. And then Kanata's like, idiot, live for yourself. Damn it. And yeah, they all forgive him and they're all friends again. Hoorah. And then Kanata has to rest. So the really important talk where they're going to explain everything that can wait. Kanata's got to go sleepy. That's like the one negative I'd say about this show, is the comedy is very hit or miss, and it's mostly a miss. Like, the comedy is not good, but everything else is good. So I can take that. I didn't go into this show thinking it was going to be a comedy, so whatever. Then just, some quick things. They collected food. Aries, I gotta remember how to pronounce her name every week. She entertained Kanata because he was bored. He was playing like one-handed Super Mario Bros on his tablet or whatever. And then they take off and they enter Lightspeed. They're gonna go home. It's gonna be good. And then we get to the big old secret of the state of the world, the universe, whatever. I'm definitely going to be staring at my notes for this one because I wrote down a lot of things because there was a lot going on. So, Shas is going to reveal it to everyone. So Astra's the new planet, and they're going to immigrate to there. The Royal Quarter was made but to guard the secret of what actually happened, and the king is like the only one that knows, and those within the walls know. It's not just poverty in there, it's his who knows the secret and whatever. The wormholes were used to connect Earth and Astra, which is how they got them to the planet easily. It's because they went through the wormholes, and also resources as well. People began fighting over land on Earth, I think. Yeah, they were on Earth, but they were told about everything, so they were fighting on Earth for the thing. Half the population died. The survivors were like, okay, we've got to do away with that. They got rid of all the cause of conflict, so like religion, countries, guns. That's probably another good thing to get rid of. After the move was completed, everyone got back to Astra. Earth was hit by the meteor, asteroid, whatever. Wormholes were destroyed afterwards because they're dangerous and they didn't want it in their peaceful world or whatever. Except one, and that was, I guess, the one that Shas has. And then we find out that, the dates don't make sense. It's because it's actually 2163, not 2063. It's actually 100 years earlier, but they've lied about the date to make it seem like... Although they haven't, they've rolled it back, so like everything's been rolled back 100 years, but it's not actually. Kind of weird the way they phrased it. Basically, they've gone back. They've said it's 100 years earlier when it's not. It's the gist of it. World War III never happened. The first generation did everything for the sake of peace. Polly then passed out after hearing how long she slept. So that's another thing when I'm on about the comedy just doesn't fit, doesn't strike me. Like, I kind of don't. I mean, I don't want it to be super serious, but I feel like without the stupid jokes, this would still be a good show. I'd say it'd probably be better. But yeah, I guess it was a good way to end that segment with her passing out. Like, they could have just gone about their way, but she just passed. Although it didn't really, because they were still talking the next bit. Who knows? You know, that's the thing. I like the mystery and the conspiracy and all that and what's going on. I love that it's been spelled out for us because I like that when you get to the end of something and they're like, here's how it happened, and it's like, cool. I would have never guessed that, so I'm glad you explained it because I'm an idiot, man. So they're still having some discussion. They're like, okay, to do with the truth, we need everybody on the planet to have to make a decision to it. That makes sense. So they gotta somehow get themselves to safety so they don't get caught by the originals and taken out as they get in. Olga knows a guy, a police guy, but he doesn't know his contact info. So they're gonna contact Ariez's mum to get his contact info or to get a message to him. So yeah, they send the message to her mum with the camp log and everything. She receives it. When she see it on the thing, it's Ariez's name. That was good. And then they're approaching the planet. And as they're doing that, they're talking about the next king. The next king, I don't remember if they said his name. I think we find it out later, but I haven't written it down. The next king is the one that's likely behind Sarah's assassination. Oh my god, it's late, can you tell? Assassination. So Shas is like, I'm going to go investigate him. And Olgar's like, I can help with that. I can help you with that, dude. But then as they're approaching, they're stopped by some ships. Oh no, I thought. This could only end badly. But I don't want to spoil, but everybody survived, so that's good. The police bust in on the king and arrest him for the clone and everything. Also the other guy, his name's Mark, I did write it down. He's arrested too for murdering Sarah. They're going to bust the secret out of the box, is what the cop guy says, and he's got a picture of Olgar's brother on it. Or, he's still his brother. Then we go back to space. The other ships tell them the originals are in custody. Welcome back, kids. And I was like, yes, we're gonna get a happy ending. And we did, you know. I was really happy we got a happy ending. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for a happy ending. I'm like, that's stupid. I really wanted a happy ending here. I was like, yep, these guys have been through enough. They all share the most memorable moments before they land. They're all in a huddle. Kanata saved people with his arm loads. They really spelled out. They're like, oh, you saved me with your arm. I was like, huh? Is that foreshadowing that he was gonna? Was that foreshadowing that he was gonna lose his arm? I mean, obviously it was, but it's like, I better not say that. People get mad if I say it, and they haven't seen them. I'm not gonna say it. So figure it out. Yeah. Then they have a big old group hug, and they're like, it's time to break out of the lies and into the light, truth, and that. Say things like that a lot. Then as they're approaching, they see people waiting for them, reporters and Ariez's mum, and that's it really. None of the others got anyone because all the people they knew were dicks. They were their parents and they were dicks. So yeah. Ariez's mum's cool though, so that's good. The news is reporting on everything, because of course they are. They're telling the complete truth on the news, which, you know, that's different from most news. Then they have like a little interview. It's like a press conference type thing with all of them lined up, getting asked questions. A museum wants the Astra. Truth was revealed to the world, everything. Kanata wrote a book which helped people cope with the truth. They were like, because at the end it was like, we should, truth is good. And everyone was like, yeah, okay, that kid's got a good point. Shas became the king and released all the secrets to the world and took down the walls. So, yeah. And then life went back to normal gradually. And they graduated school. They had a nice picture, all of them together, like posing like, hey man. Like, honestly, it is quite nice. Like, it feels weird this was only 12 episodes. It feels like it was longer, but in a good way, because I feel like we know these characters really well. Like, sub-series are way longer and we don't get anywhere near as much, you know, to do with these characters, but I guess they've done a good job. Really good job, I think. So, good job guys, good job writers and other people behind it. That's a thing. I'll save it for the end. I'll save my overall. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's just get to the last section. 7 years later, they're all dead. Roll the credit. No, I'm joking, obviously. Olgar visits his original to ask about his brother, and his original shows very little remorse. For a second, he sees Olgar as like, he's like, oh, you look just like him, and it's like, oh, But other than that, it doesn't really show any remorse. And then Olga goes to see the Astra and says goodbye to it, and I thought they were all going to one by one go to the Astra and be like, yeah, and they're going to walk away from it. But that's not what happened. I think I like what we got more. But yeah, Olga walks away from the Astra. Polly became a teacher at the school, and Fumi is grown up and she looks just like Kittery now, because that does make sense, because clones, but yeah, but she only has one ponytail, she doesn't twin tail it, so that's the difference. Olga rocks up to get Polly because he's a journalist, so he's going to interview her, I guess, about being really old. I guess that works. Kittery, Arias, and Luca, blooming out, it's really hard for me to say. They're trying to get to get backstage at Yunhua's concert, which is funny. Oh man, names. Kittery and Zach are married now. Hey. Arias and Kanata are getting married. They're engaged. That's like, whoa, she just drops that bombshell on him. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Happy endings. I was like, at this point, I was just like, yeah, happy endings are fine sometimes. And I'm a real bad with it. I hate happy endings generally. I like, someone has to die. But no, I was happy here. I was really good. Yeah, Arya and Kanata are engaged. When they went to Shas and he asked Shas if Kanata could marry Arya, which is funny because Shas is like the king and Arya is like Sarah, so it's like sort of the father-daughter thing, but not really. But it was still kind of funny. I got a good laugh out of that. That was good. That was like, if that was meant to be a joke or if that was just that was funny. I laughed at that. Then Yunhua. Before that, Arya wants to have a daughter called Sarah. That's nice too. Everything's nice. Yunhua sings a new song for all her companions and everything, and it's really nice. Arias is crying in the crowd because that makes sense, don't you think? Kanata and Zach are off in the Astra to place some wormholes because that's their job. They got the Astra back, and then Shas shows up and he's like, "I'm coming too," because that's what I agreed. And I'm like, I like that. I like that a lot. But he is the king, so he probably shouldn't do that. But I guess he can do whatever he wants. He's the king. That's not how monarchies work. But yeah, then they all head off again into not even the sunset, the cosmos. That's a good, into space is what I'm trying to say. And that was the end of the episode and the end of the series as a whole. Man, I don't know how long we've been going for, but I've got to talk about the series for a bit now. So hopefully people are still here. But yeah, I really liked this. This caught me completely off guard. I could tell, I mean you can tell too, like the people who made it clearly wanted to make it as good as possible. Like, also I didn't even mention it, like this like small screen, like as they decided to reveal the truth, it like went away. That's like a little thing. That's what's the word? Symbolism, because we can see better because we can see the truth. Maybe I'm looking far too deep into that. That's how I interpreted it. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, really liked this show. Really liked this show. I'm not going to give like a number rating because I don't really do that on this show, on this channel. It's not what I do. I just like talking about things. Completely caught me off guard. What made this show for me is the characters, because they're just really good. Not even that they're really good. They're just really. I can't even describe it. I just got really into the cast. At first, I was like, I remember one or two people's name, and now here we are at the end, and I've remembered everyone's name. So I can't complain, can I? That's how I know a show's gripped me, is that I start remembering all the characters' names. So it's done good, especially considering I was genuinely worried about this show, because I was like, an hour-long first episode, I was like, that could be bad, because I'm like, what if it's boring? And it wasn't. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Loved it. The characters are what made it for me. The one complaint, as I said earlier, is the comedy is kind of hit or miss. The thing that I think is going to turn a lot of people off, and I can understand it even though I don't personally dislike it, is the fact that they just do throw twist after twist after twist. Like, I love that because I grew up with Kingdom Hearts, so I'm used to blimmin' twists out of nowhere. But I can see people being like, no, there's too many. And in that case, use your brain more, you know? I don't want to be mean, but I like thinking when I watch shows. I don't like just mindless watching. I like having to use my brain and think and figure out what's going on. That's the thing I like. And that show did that for me, so that's good. I'm glad they didn't really focus on the survival aspects. Like they didn't spend an episode looking for a banana, you know? Like they actually focused on the characters and what they're going to do, how they're it was good. That's if had it's focused in the right place. The animation studio felt like they cared, which is a rarity these days. And yeah, just had a great time watching it. I had a great time watching it. Had a great time reviewing it too. I enjoyed sharing my thoughts with other people, and you know, if I missed some stuff, well, it's only like 5 volumes manga. I might just buy the manga as well, you know, at some point. It's 5 volumes. Might just read it again, see what they missed. I doubt they missed very much because it's only 5 volumes. But yeah, I should really wrap it up soon. But I just like talking about this thing. I'll wrap it up now. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review and indeed all the other reviews that I did for this show. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it because there's a lot of anime reviews and I do like animes a lot. If you're wondering what I'm watching next season, watch the video. What I'm watching for next season. It's a few things back in the videos, but it's a few behind this one. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this show as well and everything because I'm genuinely curious. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next week. No, I won't. There isn't an episode next week. This was the finale. I'll see you in whatever video you decide to watch next. And bye, guys.